Good afternoon, everyone. We will be distributing the seminar proceeding books to all the participants now. So for that, I would like to invite Professor Debashisha Mishra to kindly join us on stage to assist us with the distribution of the books. Please give him a huge round of applause. So I'll be announcing your names, and when you hear your name, please come to the stage. Starting with Ibrahim Adamu. Next would be Prateek Khanna. Prateek Khanna. Next would be Munir Ahmed Gashi. Next, Nikita Gupta. Is Nikita Gupta here? Okay. Arya Kalyankar. After that, Harshil Bhandari. Harshil Bhandari. Thank you so much, sir. You can take a seat. Now I'd like to invite Dr. Serlin Paul NTP to continue with the distribution of the books. Next would be Sagar Kumar. After that, Prajit Sarkar. Prajit Sarkar. Okay. Anuj Patil. Next would be Vikram Gawade. Vikram Gawade. Next would be SM Farooq. SM Farooq. Next would be Mary Jida. Mary Jida. And Miss Titir Hore. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you to all the participants. Is Kuchika not here? Good afternoon, everyone. We will now be distributing the certificates of participation to all the participants. So for that, I would like to invite Professor Nalini Pravat to please help us with the felicitation. Ma'am, would you please join us on stage? Okay. So it is my honor to introduce our chief patron for the seminar, Professor Nalini Pravat. Professor Tripathi currently serves as the director in charge of the Indian Institute of Management, Shillong, and is a professor in the finance and control area. Prior to this, she was an associate professor of finance and accounting at the Indian Institute of Management, Indore. She holds a D.Lit in management from Utkal University and was awarded a UGC fellowship for full-time study and a postdoctoral research award in management, and is a Fulbright scholar with advanced research training from IIM Calcutta. With 28 years of experience in teaching, corporate training, research, and consultancy, Professor Tripathi is a prolific researcher, having published over 100 scholarly research papers and authored 9 books, while delivering extensive training programs for senior managers and officers across public, private, and government organizations. Her contributions have been recognized through several prestigious awards, including the MMSMA Award for Excellence in Commerce and Business Management, the Ames Tupmeem Women Management Researcher Award, the Ames International Outstanding Management Researcher Gold Medal, and the J.L. Batra Best Research Paper Silver Medal, alongside membership of the Global Research Institute for Business Academics in Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming Professor Nalini Tripathi. Before we move to the formal valedictory address, we will begin with a brief rapporteur's report capturing the key proceedings and outcomes of the seminar. I now invite Professor Pradeep Rathod to present the rapporteur's report.
First of all, apologies for delay in the program. Okay. So this seminar was a 3-day event. Okay, we started with our ice-breaking session. If you guys remember, I think you guys enjoyed that a lot, right? So we started with the ice-breaking session. Then we had our first roundtable discussion, right? It was on Sport 2.0, which is, and the members of the roundtable were, we have 4 panelists at that time, right? So one was the Professor Lashram, okay, from Manipur University. Then we had other dignitaries on that day for the roundtable discussion, right? And during discussion, we identified that they have emphasis a lot on the inclusion of the technology in the sports management. Okay, where they talked about the sports science, they also talked about AI and other technologies. Okay. After that, we had our keynote keynote, okay, which is delivered by Professor Kalpana Sharma, okay, on our inauguration day, and the topic was your gender equity, where she talked about, or she delivered the lecture on that how the gender equity or gender equality can be addressed, okay, or it's supposed to be addressed when it comes to the sports management. And after that, we had our second roundtable discussion, which was focused on the leadership in the sports management. And for that, we had we had 4 panelists, okay, which is also a combination of your athlete, as well as academic, as well as your administration. So in that also, we come to know that a lot of work is required, and it is the time when we have to do that, because now we are transforming, as in India we are transforming, so there we have to focus a lot. Okay, and after that we had our presentation. 17 research papers got presented in 2 separate tracks, and the topics were covered from your sports science, technology, leadership, culture part. Okay, so it was a very broad area which we have covered during our research presentations. Right, and today we had our Don Bosco Museum tour, so I hope you all have enjoyed that. So that is the activities which we have done in these 3 events, which you guys have participated and given your support. So thank you for that, and yeah, that is the report for this seminar. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Rathod, for that comprehensive report. We now move to the valedictory address. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming Professor Nalini Tripathi.
Good afternoon to one and all here. My conference chair, Professor Pradeep, and my colleague, Professor Atul, my dear fellow colleagues, committee members of the conference, and delegates, and officers, and staff. Let me congratulate all of you for the successful completion of this international seminar. I am confident that this international seminar must have given platform to interact with the different speakers. I am also confident that this international seminar might have given opportunity to gain new insights and new perspectives and broaden your understanding of the global sports landscape. If you look at this topic, there are 2 pillars is very important here, and last 3 days You have been discussing on the two pillars, and one is your social equity, and another one is your innovation. Social equity, if you want to progress, social equity is talking about opportunities should be available to everyone. For our nations to progress, we have to give opportunity, or we have to find out the talent from every corner of our country to get the chance to flourish. The second one is your innovation, which is also extremely important today. Now we are passing through the digital era and also artificial intelligence era. This digital era and artificial intelligence era transform the every sectors, and sports is no exception. The data analytics, artificial intelligence, sports analytics, and digital platform redefining how to train athletes, how teams strategize, and how to engage fans in the sports. So that is why these two is very important today. And most importantly, we being a management institute, what usually we do it? We trained our students to become ethical leaders. We train our students to become social responsible leaders, discipline, resilience, all are there. We train our students here. In the field also, the sports also encourage you to maintain discipline, resilience, teamwork. So it is quite integrated with the management. So that is why today the management institute like us plays a very important role for transforming or to bring new innovation in the sports sector. I hope all of you have a very, very comfortable stay at Shillong. Am I right? And one advice I would like to give you, I urge all of you should not take sport is a game or a recreation. Rather, you pursue it with determination to achieve the excellence and bring medals to home. I would like to extend my gratitude to each one of you to participate in this international seminar. I would also, last but not least, I would like to also thank you to the conference chair, committee members, and all officers, the volunteers, those who have put a lot of effort for this international seminar to be successful. Thank you so much for conducting this international seminar. I wish all the participants have a very, very successful career in the respective field. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Tripathi, for that thoughtful and inspiring valedictory address and for your leadership throughout the seminar. We now come to a very special part of the valedictory session, the announcement of the Best Paper Award. So the Best Paper Award for the International Seminar on Youth for Impact, Driving Equity and Innovation in Sports Leadership goes to Mr. Sagar Kumar for his paper on the behavioral inequality trap in Indian sports, how aspirations, failure, and loss aversion reinforce access barriers for marginalized youth. So I request Mr. Sagar Kumar to kindly come up on stage, and I invite Professor Nalini Prabha Tripathi to present the Best Paper Award. Huge round of applause for him. Thank you, ma'am, and once again, congratulations to Mr. Sagar Kumar. We will now begin with the distribution of certificates to our paper presenters and seminar participants. I will announce the names, and I request Professor Nalini Prabhatripathi to kindly present the certificates to the recipients. Starting with Arya Kalyankar. Ms. Titir Hore. Please keep the applause going for all of the participants. Mary Jida. S.M. Farooq. S.M. Farooq. Thank you so much, ma'am. You may please take your seat. Now, Dr. Pradeep Rathore will continue with the felicitation. So next up is Ibrahim Adamu. Munir Ahmed Gashi. Prateek Khanna. Anuj Patil. Harshal Bhandari. Thank you to all the participants. We would now like to hear briefly from the participants who have been at the heart of the seminar. So at this time, I invite participants from the audience who would like to share their reflections or feedback to kindly raise their hands, and we would love to hear your thoughts. Yes, please.
I express my gratitude to the IIMM Institute of Management of Shillong for inviting me as a participant for this seminar and guiding me from step by step how to I will improve the paper and finally accepting my paper. It is because of their feedback that I have finally submitted my paper. Thank you so much for the faculties of the IIM and especially for the coordinating team of the seminar. Thank you for your support, your service and hospitality. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Anyone else who would like to share their thoughts on the seminar? Yes, at the back.
So first and foremost, I'd like to thank IIM Shillong and Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports for giving me this opportunity to come all the way from Pune to Shillong for the first time and enjoy this beautiful space out here. I'd also like to thank Sharil and all the volunteers who actually coordinated our travel and hospitality, because that was a huge concern for all of us. So extremely heartfelt gratitude to that extent. And next, all the professors here were very cooperative and also understanding of what we want. And coming here was a great experience, great exposure to at a larger scale for us people who are aspiring to be good economists in the future. So thank you again.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Anyone else? One more person who would like to share their thoughts? Yes, at the back.
So thank you, I am Silong, and everyone from the volunteers and from the local students who came here. So I'm just like to give a brief, my personal opinion, what could have been better from the next time. That the paper presentation should have been given more space, because we have a 3 days window here. And second, as it was already in the feedback form, exposure of local sports culture actually at the ground level would have been better for. Otherwise, it was very good. Thank you.
Thank you to everyone who has shared their thoughts and experiences. Your feedback is invaluable and will help us design even more meaningful seminars and engagements in the future. We now move to the closing remarks for this valedictory session. It is my pleasure to introduce Professor Atul Mehta. Professor Mehta is a faculty member in the Economics and Public Policy area at the Indian Institute of Management, Shillong. He holds an MA in Economics from Devi Ahilya University, Indore, and a PhD in Economics from IIM Indore. I now invite Professor Atul Mehta to deliver the closing remarks for the seminar.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone gathered here. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend our deepest gratitude to all those who have contributed to the success of this Youth for Impact seminar. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Shri Hari Ranjan Rao, Secretary, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, and the Director General of Sports Authority of India. A guest of honor, Professor Deepak Kumar Shrivastava, Director, IIM Ranchi, and our second guest of honor, Professor Kalpana Sharma, Vice Chancellor, Lakshmi Bai, National Institute of Physical Education, Guwahati, for gracing us with their esteemed presence. We are also deeply grateful to our Institute Director in charge, Professor Nalini Prabha Tripathi, for her unwavering guidance and leadership in the successful planning and execution of this seminar. Profound gratitude also goes to our key sponsor, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, and their commitment to supporting knowledge, dissemination in driving equity and innovation in sports leadership, which is commendable. We look forward to many more such collaborations in future with them. Next, I would like to express my sincere thanks to our esteemed dignitaries who were part of the roundtable discussions during these days. Dr. Subhash Basumetri, Dr. Jayanta Talukdar, Mr. Dulon Banjop Kharsati, Professor Laishram Thambal Singh, Shri Kausar Jamil Hilali, Rifnes Glory Vajari, and Fob Dal Nongrum. To our national and international participants, thank you for your presence. Your diverse perspectives and engaging discussions will undoubtedly lead to new developments in the domain of sports leadership. Further, our heartfelt thanks to the NSS and My Bharat participants for their active engagement in this seminar. I must also extend our gratitude to all the faculty members for their active support in chairing the session and providing valuable inputs to the seminar participants. We are also thankful to our PR committee, IT cell, corporate affairs, and housekeeping staff for their immense and timely support to the seminar. Also, our thanks to research assistants and students for their dedication and hard work, which has made this seminar possible and successful. Once again, thank you to everyone who has directly or indirectly contributed to this seminar. Thank you.
For all the delegates, the certificates will be provided to you to your postal address which you mentioned. So we'll make sure that it is delivered to you as soon as possible. Thank you, Professor Mehta, for your thoughtful closing remarks. With this, we formally conclude the valedictory session of the International Seminar on Youth for Impact, Driving Equity and Innovation in Sports Leadership. On behalf of IIM Shillong, I extend our sincere thanks to all our dignitaries, paper presenters, delegates, and participants for their active engagement over these 3 days. We wish you a safe journey ahead and continued success in your endeavors. Thank you.